I set out on a journey to explore where Principia's food comes from and what happens to the food that is not used or eaten. Join me as I investigate how Principia's dining experience has become a zero-waste operation. Our story begins in the middle of the night with a visit from Cisco, our commercial food vendor. The ingredients needed for the following week are dropped off and placed in their respected storage areas. The following morning, Principia's employees retrieve the specific ingredients that will be needed for the meals that day. In order to reduce waste and cost, a great deal of thought goes into how much food is needed on a daily basis. Here we can see an employee measuring the exact amount of tomatoes that will be used in a tomato-based Alfredo pasta. Once these ingredients are collected, they are then taken upstairs to be prepped. The preparation of flavorful meals is a priority for our dining services staff, but they have also been trained on the most efficient ways of using food. Here, Ryan explains what the staff do to the food that is not served directly on the line.
Any little bits like end pieces that we have, any bad spots, we'll cut those out. They'll either get put into the compost bin or they'll be saved if they're actually good pieces for a stock, which will save all our vegetable scraps and peelings.
Ryan composts the inedible tomato bits, which is an example of pre-consumer composting since they are separated before being served to customers. Then comes the part that we all know and love, eating with friends. Uneaten food and other waste are placed on the dish belt to be recycled and composted. Nothing goes to the landfill. The separation is done efficiently with the help of this water trough, which guides food waste to an industrial grinder. This process is known as post-consumer composting, since meal waste is separated after the customer has been served. This grinder minces the food that was placed in the water trough and then returns the recycled water to be used again.
And it goes against it and it breaks it down.
Executive Chef Trey McCart explains that the food comes in and goes through this large corkscrew and sieve system, which takes all the ground up material and places it in the large compost bins on the loading dock. This waste, as well as compostable materials collected from the pub and residential houses, is picked up weekly by Total Organics, a subsidiary of St. Louis Composting, and then heat and pressure are applied to the food waste, which turn it into rich soil. The journey in achieving zero waste, powered by renewable energy, and being styrofoam-free for over a decade reflects our progress, and we're proud of the recognitions received. None of this would have been attainable without the great leadership of Dining Services Director Lance Thornton and Executive Chef Trey McCart. We also want to give a big thanks to Dr. Karen Eckert, Director of our Center for Sustainability, for supporting this important journey.